Welcome everybody, you're watching LoadedTV.com and this is What the Heck Tech. I'm your host Ken McKim and we do this show every Thursday at 6 p.m. and bringing you all sorts of tech videos and news from around the far reaches of the internet to, well, wherever you are right now watching this. So you can always send us your questions, Ken at LoadedTV.com. Let's go ahead and jump right in because we have a lot to cover tonight. So there's a lot of technology I've seen that has the ability to purify water. And some of them are more interesting than others, and some have captured my imagination. But the problem, the real problem with most of them, is the cost. Most of them are not cheap to manufacture, and that can be a problem because most of the places that need pure, potable drinking water are not exactly rich. So, what we need is something that's cheap to manufacture and that can provide a single person many, many days of pure drinking water. So what is the solution? Well, there's something out called the Drinkable Book. I know it's really strange sounding. However, I think this is going to completely turn water purification on its head. Seriously. It only costs pennies to produce. And it's innovative as heck. Take a look.
3.4 million people die each year from water-related disease. But the even bigger problem? Most of them don't even know their water is unsafe to drink in the first place. That's why Water is Life, partnering with scientists and engineers at Carnegie Mellon and the University of Virginia, set out to invent a solution that solves both of these problems. Introducing the Drinkable Book, the first ever tool that teaches safe water habits and is printed on technologically advanced filter paper capable of killing deadly waterborne diseases.
My name is Terry Dinkovich. I am a chemist. I invented a paper that purifies drinking water. After passing water through our filter, we found a reduction of greater than 99.9% in bacteria count, which is comparable to the tap water in this country.
The book uses a brand new type of paper that works like a scientific coffee filter. Each piece is coated with silver nanoparticles, which kill diseases like cholera, E. coli, and typhoid.
The orange color of the paper is a direct result of the addition of the silver nanoparticles. And at the end of the day, the most important thing, and really the hero of this whole project, is the technology behind it.
The book itself works in 3 easy steps. Simply tear out a filter, slide it into the custom filter box, and pour contaminated water through. What comes out is safe to drink. The content on each page, printed in food-grade ink, educates people about safe water habits, things that we take for granted, such as keeping trash and feces away from your water source. But the best part of the book isn't just that it purifies water or teaches proper sanitation, it's the fact that this filter paper will revolutionize water purification. It costs only pennies to produce, making it by far the cheapest option on the market, and it's extremely sustainable. Each filter is capable of giving someone up to 30 days worth of clean water, and each book is capable of providing someone with clean water for up to 4 years. To learn how you can provide a filter book for a community in need, head to waterislife.com.
So there you go. That's another amazing product that's going to make a real difference in people's lives, and you know that I love stories like that. Now, if you'd like to make a donation to this project, just check our YouTube channel after the show. We'll have the links posted for you there. And really, this is a really worthwhile project to donate to if ever there was one. So moving from clean water to clean energy, right? See a theme here? Yeah, I did that intentionally. No, I didn't. It was an accident. Anyway, when you think of food in New York City, chances are you're not thinking about clean energy at the same time, are you? I know I don't. I think of street food, I think of pizza. Well, there's a company called Simple Grid, or rather Simply Grid, and they have thought about clean energy when it comes to street vendors. And, well, you might just want to take a look at this video. Eva Zakaria of a group called Alleywire is going to tell you all about it and how it's going to completely revolutionize street vendors serving food in New York City. Take a look.
It's a cleaner, cheaper, and quieter way for New Yorkers to get their electricity. It's Simply Grid, and it's right here inside this pedestal.
The food vendors use power right next to the power grid, and they're running generators like they're 100 miles away. It's like a motorcycle engine. So you have a small dirt bike running underneath you while you're trying to work.
What we needed to do was figure out a way to allow those trucks to be able to connect to the grid to get at the cheaper electricity so they wouldn't be polluting in the neighborhoods.
This is very bad. Sound, gas, smell, very bad smell. If I use this one, no problem, no headache. This one is good for me, I think.
It's very easy to turn on the pedestal. All it takes is a text message with the word on. And voila.
They're running the way a kitchen in your home would rather than, like a mobile field unit.
It even caught the attention of a passerby.
It's a brilliant idea. I mean, it's like having your electric bill at home, and I'm sure very soon this thing is going to be in every block in the city.
I like working with Simply Grid. I don't like working with generator.
Simply Grid's hope is that once they have several thousand of these pedestals throughout the country, they can also jumpstart electric cars. In Union Square with Simply Grid and Rafiki's, I'm Eva Zachariah, Alleywire.
Okay, so now honestly, who wouldn't prefer Simply Grid to having all of your food taste like diesel fumes, right? Right. So I think it's a great idea. I can't wait to see them really get rolling in the New York City area. And it's just one of those wait and see things, but I can't see it not catching on. It seems like a no-brainer to me. You can see more stories like this one on alleywire.com, and if you want to learn more about Simply Grid itself, you can visit their website at where else? simplygrid.com. Makes sense, right? So, moving on. A lot of people use their smartphones as their alarm. I know I've done that. It's not exactly an elegant way to wake up. You have to get into submenus, go hunting around for settings, and I don't know about you, but I'm always of the opinion that I don't really think it's going to go off, so I'm constantly setting other alarms too. So if what you're craving is the high-tech world of your smartphone being able to wake you up, but you want it in a more traditional alarm clock form, if you will, why not try A Clock? Yes, it's called A Clock, and it has the ability to synchronize with your phone, but it looks like more of a traditional old-fashioned alarm clock. Here, see for yourself.
Hi, I'm John Atherton. I've been searching for a great bedside alarm clock for years. I prefer not to sleep with my iPhone nearby. The constant buzzing disturbs my sleep, and checking the time always wakes me, since there's always notifications to pique my curiosity. A lot of people agree with me too. You should leave your phone away from your bed. With the user interface and the intuitive design found in iPhones and modern operating systems, you would expect that somebody might have designed a decent clock. But you'd be wrong. I don't think alarm clocks have changed much in 40 years. Tiny buttons hidden inside battery cases, seemingly random controls, and they're all different. Have you tried setting a time on yours lately? So, I'd like to introduce you to a clock. It does what you need an alarm clock to do, and nothing else. It tells you the time, and it wakes you when you want. It's very simple, but it has several features that make it the best bedside alarm clock you can buy. Firstly, we designed around the Active Matrix e-ink display. So it uses very little power, but it looks great, just like a Kindle screen. It also has movement-activated gentle backlighting. Then we added some killer gestures. You can tap to snooze and shake to cancel the alarm. The clock body is available in black or silver aluminium, or black or white polycarbonate, plus a very limited edition polished black nickel. We didn't stop there though. We have multiple facepacks available. You can even edit the hands in the app to match. We have 4 fun colours to match your iPhone 5C. We've got modern black and white faces and some classic refined black and white faces. You can choose as many of these packs as you like, and they're really easy to change, and they come in packs of 4. With the clock, you can set alarms and options from your iPhone, and then the clock just works. A clock will sync to your iPhone over Bluetooth Low Energy in the background, so your bedside clock is always in sync with your calendar. It will sync multiple unlimited alarms, so you can set several alarms each day and different wake times every day of the week if you like. You can change the snooze time. So if you prefer a 1-minute snooze on Tuesdays and a 10-minute snooze on Fridays, we have you covered. You can choose your alarm tone and upload at 2 o'clock. The built-in rechargeable battery will deliver at least a year of use, and then takes a couple of hours to recharge when required. We're asking for your help to launch a clock. We need to hit the minimum order quantity at the factory so we can proceed with confidence. Delivery should be complete in late October, in time for Christmas distribution. And as a backer, of course, you will get yours first. Thanks for your time. Please check out our great rewards and get in fast for the early bird offers. Thanks.
Okay, so they have since achieved their full funding level over at CrowdTilt. But if you still want to make a pledge, you can do so and get in on all the rewards that are left. And there's some pretty fun ones over there. And again, we'll go ahead and post that link on our YouTube channel after the show. So just go to our YouTube channel and you'll see all the links down there. Now, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about technology providing a very valuable service for people like me. And it has to do with plants. You're not going to want to miss this. So stick around. We'll be right back. You're watching LoadedTV.com. Stay tuned.
Learning to sail, safety, and having fun is what we're all about at Sierra Nevada Community Sailing. If you've never been sailing before, what's better than the Sparks Marina? It's just minutes away from downtown Reno with clear blue water and a stunning backdrop of the Sierra Nevada mountains. We accept all ages. Kids aged 10 to 17 are encouraged to register for our 2-week camps, where they will learn basic sailing through introductory racing skills. Adults can register for 5-week sessions where they will learn basic to advanced sailing skills. Anyone with a disability may contact us for more information on our adaptive sailing program. We supply instructors, boats, and all the gear for a terrific sailing experience. Sierra Nevada Community Sailing is Nevada's first and only non-profit educational community sailing program. Contact us today at nvsailing.org or call 775-453-0499. Welcome aboard.
And welcome back. You're still watching LoadedTV.com, and this is still What the Heck Tech, and I'm still Ken McKim because nobody else wants to be, honestly. Now, moving forward, this next piece of technology is very cool. I don't do well with plants, okay? Let's just call it a black thumb. Now, I used to house sit for my friends in my 20s, and honestly, they all accepted that when they came back from their travels, some of the plants were not going to be around. Some of the flowers are going to be dead. And I did everything but make them actually sign a contract saying that they were okay with that because I am horrible with plants. Well, as with everything else now, there's an app for that. And this thing is very cool. Meet PlantLink. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Eduardo Torrealba, and I'm one of the co-founders of Oso Technologies. We're creating a platform that's going to make gardening easier and more enjoyable than ever before. About a year ago, I finally got fed up with killing my plants, and I decided to create a solution. Through my own experiences and a little bit of research, I found out that over and underwatering are the top killers of houseplants and gardens. My first attempt at a solution wasn't very pretty, but it was enough to pull together a few friends and start making a system that would make gardening more enjoyable and easier than ever before. For the past year, we've been working together to create something that would change the way that people interact with their plants. To accomplish this goal, we've created a unique combination of hardware and software that will remind you when it's time to water your plants. We call our solution PlantLink. The system starts with the links that you place in the soil next to your plant. The links then measure the soil moisture using a method that's been time-tested in agriculture for more than 50 years. Once the links have determined the soil moisture, they wirelessly relay back to the base station that you connect directly to your home router. From here, the information is sent back to our servers, where we correlate the reading with other factors to determine a custom watering schedule for your plants. Our users can then set custom notifications that will remind them when it is time to water. So far, we've created email, text message, and push notifications that can be set to alert you only during times when you'll be near your plants. If the plants that you're monitoring are outside, PlantLink can skip the reminders and water your garden for you. With this easy to set up wireless valve, you can connect a sprinkler, drip irrigation system, or soaker hose to PlantLink. The system will turn the valve on when your plants need water and shut down after they have received enough moisture. Using our connections at the University of Illinois, we've been able to talk with some of the leading experts in plant sciences from around the world. Through these conversations, we've developed an algorithm that can accurately predict when a plant will need to be watered. Our system can take into account user-specified variables like soil type and location, along with automatically tracking things like weather patterns and temperatures that might change the watering requirements of different plants. We wanted to make sure that our users got the best possible experience out of PlantLink, so we're excited to announce that we've partnered with SmartThings to make our system compatible with their ecosystem. Users of PlantLink will be able to integrate our system into custom-built smart apps. We look forward to working with SmartThings as we develop new features for our users. We've made a lot of prototypes of PlantLink in the past year, and we're finally ready to move into production. We're excited about bringing PlantLink into the world. We hope that you'll join us as we make gardening easier than ever before. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your support.
So there you go. You can order these directly from their website, myplantlink.com, for the low price of around $79. And honestly, isn't that worth it to keep your plants alive? I mean, if you're a plant person, there you go. You're all set. I love that. I need that if I'm ever going to try plants again. So, moving from plants to music. Now, there are so many different ways to stream music from your device, whether it's an iPad Air or your iPhone or your Android phone, whatever, to all sorts of little wireless stations, and they all tend to vary in price, but none of them is, well, almost none of them are exactly what you would call portable. And at least the portable ones I've seen don't have great sound because they rely on built-in speakers. Motorola has something a little bit different now. They set out with a mission to allow you to stream music to any stereo that you happen to be near and can plug into. It doesn't have to be your stereo. You can go to a coffee shop and hijack their stereo. And this new device called MotoStream also allows you to hijack each other's playlists, which could get ugly if there's alcohol involved, but you have to judge for yourself. Take a look. So there you go. That's MotoStream. Now, this is currently sold out on Motorola's website, but have no fear. You will be able to buy it. I can't believe I'm going to say this. You're going to be able to buy this at Radio Shack on June 6th. Yes, I said Radio Shack. They're still around. And they're going to be selling this right next to the spools of copper wire and other things that are collecting dust. They're going to have this very awesome device. I don't know. Good for Radio Shack. Good for them. Well done. I'm glad they're still finding a way to stay relevant. Moving on from music to learning how to program. Now, we have covered on this show before a couple of times different games, usually they're browser-based, that can teach you how to program, kind of trick you into learning the building blocks of app programming or JavaScript programming by leading you through a game that requires you to do certain things to advance to the next level. Sounds pretty good. However, even those, as simplified as they are, don't really reach out and engage the attention of some of the youngest users of devices like the iPad. And let's face it, younger and younger kids are using the iPad. They're getting exposed to it at a much younger age to watch videos and interact with little games. So there were a couple people that decided they really needed to work on this. They wanted to develop something that could get little kids, and when they first were making it specifically, they were looking at aiming it towards little girls, interested in programming. So they decided to create this amazing product. It's called Hopscotch, and it really just grabs your attention as even young as 3 or 4 years old, and kind of says, hey, you want to do this, this is fun, this is programming, take a look.
Okay, when I tilt the iPad up.
I was at a family holiday party a couple of years ago and saw all the kids opening up their toys at the same time. All the 8 and 10-year-old boys got Lego Mindstorms and Erector sets and all these engineering toys. And the girls, when they opened up their gifts, they were all pink purses and sparkly makeup kits.
Why is there no toy that could get little girls into programming the way that there's all these toys that get little boys into programming?
We make a visual programming language for the iPad. We want to make it easy for kids to get started with coding, just learning the coding concepts rather than focusing on learning how to type out their code.
Software is the building block of technology. So if we can give that to people sort of in the form of this toy where they actually get to make their own things and tinker and build their own little things and get this basic literacy in how software works, we think the world will be a better place. We would be really gratified if, 15 years from now, some kid grows up to be like the next Marissa Mayer, and she's like, you know what, it was because I got into hopscotch that I got into engineering, that I created this amazing new product that has touched the lives of millions of people.
Okay, so Hopscotch is available for free right now in the Apple App Store. And why not try it? If you have kids and you want to get them interested in learning how to code at an early age, then, give it a shot. See if it engages their attention. Who knows? You might have given birth to someone who's going to invent the next version of the internet. If there's any net left, after net neutrality officially dies, that is. Of course, that was a previous show. If you missed it, shame on you. Go to our YouTube channel and watch it because you need to know about net neutrality. But this is a really cool, engaging way to get your kids interested in programming. And honestly, if I had kids, I would run right out and get this because it's free. What do you have to lose? Really, seriously. So really quick, my What the Heck Tech story from last week, the big one, was all about solar roadways. Now, I had some questions directed to me because they didn't understand why I was so excited because, and this is my fault, I showed you the boring video. It was okay, it was good. I mean, it gave you the background about why solar roadways were kind of fun and the history, but it wasn't the video I wanted to show you, and that's my bad. So, I'm going to show this to you, and I think this time you're going to get why I was so excited to bring you the story in the first place. These are solar freaking roadways. Watch this.
Solar freaking roadways.
What are they?
They're solar freaking roadways.
What do they want from me?
Well, they're solar freaking roadways. Okay, so actually this time, what is it? It's technology that replaces all roadways, parking lots, sidewalks, driveways, tarmacs, bike paths, and outdoor recreation surfaces with solar panels. And not just lifeless, boring solar panels, smart, microprocessing, interlocking, hexagonal solar units. No more useless asphalt and concrete just sitting there baking in the sun, needing to be repaved and filling with potholes that ruin your axle alignment on your sweet ride, bro. These are intelligent solar panels. Replaced a panel at a time if damaged or malfunctioning. They're covered with a new tempered glass material that has been designed and tested to meet all impact, load, and traction requirements. Oh, and did I mention that they're also solar panels? They generate electricity, they generate capital, they pay for themselves, and they keep paying more because we're not gonna run out of sun for like 15 billion years. That lowers the cost of energy, unlike those bills in the mail that keep going up, and it's clean energy. Everyone can theoretically drive an electric car with no pollution and a minimal carbon footprint. Can you imagine how good our cities would smell? How much healthier we'd all be?
Excuse me, young man, am I being led to believe that this thing is some sort of thing?
Yes, it's a thing, a real thing. And clean energy is only its primary function. Grab a notepad, because this is where it gets interesting. For those in the north, the panels use energy they collect to power elements to keep the surface temperature a few degrees above freezing. They're heated. No more ice and snow on roads causing traffic delays, accidents, and injury. No more shoveling your driveway and sidewalk. No salt corroding your car or wasting tax money on snow removal. And you can ride your bike or drive your motorcycle all year round. Whoa! Every panel has a series of LED lights on the circuit board that can be programmed to make lanescape designs, warning signs, parking lot configurations, whatever. These roads never have to have lanes repainted, just reprogrammed to whatever we choose or whatever works best. Imagine a highway road lighting up ahead of you. How much safer it would be to drive at night. There'd be improved visibility for pilots landing on solar landing strips. Imagine walking onto a solar recreation court and choosing a sports configuration. Want to play basketball? Cool. Kids want to play hopscotch and foursquare? Awesome. Ball hockey? Done. And with LED lights under your feet, it's gonna look like freaking Tron out there. But real, because this is the real world. Whoa. But these panels are also pressure sensitive, so they can detect when large debris like branches or boulders have fallen onto the road, or if an animal is crossing. They can warn drivers with LED text to slow down for an obstruction. I'm very, environmentally conscious. Good, because solar roadways use as much recycled material in their production as possible. Plus, the roadways have two channels that form what's called a cable corridor that runs concurrently with the roadways themselves. One part houses electrical cables, meaning power lines, data lines, fiber optics, and high-speed internet, which replaces the need for telephone poles and hanging wires that can be damaged during storms, causing power outages, or become extremely dangerous if severed either as fallen live wires or buried cables. The other channel captures and filters storm water and melted snow, moving them either to a treatment facility or treating them on-site, greatly decreasing the amount of pollution that enters our soil, lakes, rivers, and oceans. I'm kinda broke, bruh. Yeah, no kidding. The economy is in the toilet. Do you realize how many thousands of jobs this could create and sustain? Talk about a hypodermic adrenaline shot to the heart of the manufacturing and infrastructure sector. And it pays for itself. They're solar freaking roadways. I have concerns about the future. Is this thing even possible? I told you, yes. Solar roadway technology was invented by engineering couple Julie and Scott Broussard in 2006. Two of the sweetest people in the world who met when they were 3 and 4 years old. Listen to these two.
Hi, we're Scott and Julie Broussard, inventors of solar roadways.
We met in the 1960s when we were 3 and 4 years old.
These wonderful, intelligent people want to begin manufacturing a technology that can power the future of the whole freaking planet. They were awarded a contract from the Federal Highway Administration to build 2 prototypes, which are now complete. They're too humble and wonderful to yell at you over the internet, so I'm gonna do it. You need to know about this technology. You need to get behind it. You need to share it with everyone you know, because this is actually happening. Whoa! For the first time in human history, we have the technology to do what nature has done since the beginning of life on this planet. Harness the power of the sun to fuel our pursuits. And this isn't about filling a field with solar panels wasting land. Our roads and parking lots are just sitting there, reflecting sunlight and absorbing heat, not doing nothing for nobody. Which I guess means it's doing something for somebody, but not very much. It's time for an upgrade. We have to make the changes we want to see in the world. The FHWA has provided the startup funds to create the prototypes, but now a grassroots effort of concerned and inspired people can push this project into independent production. If we vote with our money for projects we...
So there you go. I feel better now. That is the much more fun version of that video. And of course, like I said, they have more than exceeded their funding goal, 1.5 million at last count. So this is actually going to go forward in some shape or form. So real quick, I just want to acknowledge everyone who is watching again tonight on the live chat, and thank you guys so much for sticking with us and watching us every week. We do this show for you. So real quick, just want to do a little shout out to Brian, Sandra, Josh, Mike, Nikki, Tanya, Danny, Rachel, Randy, and Tony. Hi, Brian. Thank you guys so much. you're the reason that we do this show and that I comb the internet looking for all these weird things to show you. So we're going to take our final break right now. But when we come back, I'm going to show you a situation that you will, well, if you've ever pictured using your phone as a rearview mirror, you'll see. You'll see. When we come back, stay tuned.
Learning to sail, safety, and having fun is what we're all about at Sierra Nevada Community Sailing. If you've never been sailing before, what's better than the Sparks Marina? It's just minutes away from downtown Reno with clear blue water and a stunning backdrop of the Sierra Nevada mountains. We accept all ages. Kids aged 10 to 17 are encouraged to register for our 2-week camps, where they will learn basic sailing through introductory racing skills. Adults can register for 5-week sessions where they will learn basic to advanced sailing skills. Anyone with a disability may contact us for more information on our adaptive sailing program. We supply instructors, boats, and all the gear for a terrific sailing experience. Sierra Nevada Community Sailing is Nevada's first and only nonprofit educational community sailing program. Contact us today at nvsailing.org or call 775-453-0499. Welcome aboard.
Alright, and welcome back. So here we are. It's time for the What the Heck Tech Story of the Week. Now, a couple of weeks ago, you might remember I brought you a story about a connected carbon fiber bicycle. It was called the Van Hox Valor. It was pretty cool, it did some neat things, but this week I'm going to show you another take on the whole connected bicycle thing. This one's called the Vizio Bike. It can do, well, a number of impressive things, including turning your phone into a rear view mirror. Watch.
Ever since we first tried an e-bike, we've been excited about how adding a motor and a battery improves the experience of cycling. 2 years ago, our CEO Marco had the vision, he gathered a team, and we started to work on a visionary bike. Now, it's ready. This is a carbon-made electric bike adjusted to city riding with discreetly hidden electronics. Its time is coming. What's electrifying about VisioBike is the power. It's a strong, silent power that multiplies your strength, ironing out hills and making cycling into the wind a breeze. It saves you energy so you can be sweat-free whether you're in Lycra or in a suit. And when you ride it, it feels like a regular bike ridden by a superhuman. In order to hide the motor and achieve perfect weight distribution, we developed the carbon fiber frame with the amazing guys from Absolute Design, a well-known design studio for transportation and automotive design. Each frame is made out of 2 parts of high-quality autoclave-baked carbon fiber that we produce here in the EU, which gives you a feeling of indestructibility. The aluminium mold that we've developed guarantees thousands of baking cycles. VisioBike is getting only the highest quality components, such as MPF motors, Panasonic lithium batteries, Magura hydraulic disc brakes, Schwalbe puncture-proof tires, and Ergon grips. So when you get on it, VisioBike just feels quality. We've made many iterations of our custom electronics to bring you technology that you've never seen before, like our intuitive New Vinci automatic continuous variable planetary transmission, giving you maximum comfort and security. We've gone the smart way to get synergy between the tech we put into VisioBike and the tech that's in your pocket. The VisioBike app makes your phone the brains. With it, you control everything. Right there on the handlebars, you can see your speed, your battery level, and choose the motor assistance level. With Google Maps integrated in the app, VisioBike will take you to places that you would never visit and experience normally. We've worked hard to make VisioBike as secure as possible. Without the PIN code, it's useless. GPS and GSM tracking in combination with a movement sensor will give you one less thing to worry about. Just press VisioBike's one button to lock it and walk away. An additional built-in small camera right under the seat watches your back. What's more, if VisioBike detects an accident, our technology automatically saves the last 3 minutes of your ride. And after around 100 kilometers of assisted riding, or maybe around once a week, it simply plugs into a regular outlet and recharges in 3 hours. The VisioBike app sends all data about your ride to the cloud. You can check your stats in real time and keep your VisioBike fresh by updating the firmware over the air. We think we're raising the standards of what cycling can be. Maybe in future all bikes will be like VisioBike.
My name is Marco and I'm the founder of VisioBike. You've seen what we made and hopefully you are as impressed as we are proud. Now we need to certify VisioBike, we need to place bulk orders, we need to assemble it, and then we can get shipping. So if you pre-order your VisioBike here on Indiegogo, or back us, or spread the word that the better e-bike is here, we can get people riding the future by the end of August.
Pretty slick, right? I thought so. So, I mean, it even sends out a GPS signal automatically to emergency services when you crash, unless you're able to actually dust yourself off and disable it before it sends out the signal. But that's brilliant. It's kind of like having OnStar for your bike, but better. I think this is cool. A motorized bike sounds like heaven to me because I'm lazy and I don't want to pedal into the wind at all. And it would be great. I would actually ride a bike to work and I have to dress nice, but I don't want to be sweaty when I get there. So yeah, a motorized bike makes perfect sense for someone like me. And the app itself is fantastic. It plays friendly with both iOS and Android. So there you go. That's even unusual lately. As you will notice though, now we're going to put the links up on the YouTube site after the show. If you follow this link, the Indiegogo link, you're going to see that all the prices listed there are in euros. It's because this is really a Euro-centric project. However, they are going to ship globally. So you can go ahead and get one if you're interested and they'll ship it over here. They're going to start shipping in August, but keep in mind, this is not cheap. Okay? For the fully loaded version of this bike, you should expect to put out about $6,000. So really have to think that over. $6,000 for a very cool bike, or maybe you could put that towards getting yourself a cheap car. Up to you. I don't know. If you have money to burn, do it. Why not? So one more time, I want to say hello to everybody out there who's watching on the chat. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Danny, Rachel, Randy, Tony, Brian, Ian, fantastic. Thank you guys for watching every week. Remember, you can send your questions to me as well. You can chat them during the show, but you can send them to me at ken@loadedtv.com. You can follow me on Twitter @WakeUpCallTech. And so yeah, that'll do it for this week. We'll be back here again next week, Thursday, 6 p.m., same time. And you can catch all our archives on our YouTube channel. Until then, I'm Ken McKim. Thank you for watching. You take care.